students, today we have to see next point, capillary action or capillarity. Let's first see what is capillary tube. A tube having a very fine bore about 1 millimeter and open at both ends is called capillary tube. कॅपिलरी ट्यूब म्हणजे अशी एक ट्यूब की जिचे बोल अतिशय फाईन असते, साधारणपणे 1 मिलीमीटरच्या आसपास, आणि जिची दोन्ही एंड्स ओपन असतात. अशा प्रकारच्या ट्यूबला कॅपिलरी ट्यूब असे म्हणतात. इफ वन एंड ऑफ द कॅपिलरी ट्यूब इज डिप्ड इन लिक्विड्स which partially or completely wet the surface of the capillary tube, then level of liquid inside the capillary tube rises up. For example, if we know that water wets the glass, therefore if a glass capillary tube is dipped in the water, then level of water inside the capillary tube rises up. म्हणजेच जर कॅपिलरी ट्यूबचे एक टोक आपण अशा द्रवात बुडवले की ज्या द्रवामुळे कॅपिलरी ट्यूबचा पृष्ठभाग अंशतः किंवा पूर्णतः ओला होतो, तर कॅपिलरी ट्यूब मधील लिक्विडची लेवल ही वाढते. उदाहरणार्थ आपल्याला माहित आहे, पाण्यामुळे काच ओली होते. मग अशी काचेची कॅपिलरी ट्यूब जर आपण पाण्यामध्ये बुडवून ठेवली, काचेच्या कॅपिलरी ट्यूबचे एक टोक पाण्यात बुडवले, तर कॅपिलरी ट्यूब मधील पाण्याची पातळी अशी वर जाते. इफ वन एंड ऑफ द कॅपिलरी ट्यूब इज डिप्ड इन लिक्विड्स which do not wet the surface of the capillary tube, then level of liquid inside the capillary tube falls down or drops. For example, we know that mercury does not wet the glass, and therefore if we dip one end of the capillary tube in a liquid like mercury, then level of mercury inside the capillary tube falls down or drops. म्हणजेच कॅपिलरी ट्यूबचे एक टोक आपण अशा द्रवात बुडवले की ज्या द्रवामुळे कॅपिलरी ट्यूबचा पृष्ठभाग ओला होणार नाही, तर कॅपिलरी ट्यूबच्या आतमधील लिक्विडची लेवल खाली जाते, फॉल होते किंवा ड्रॉप होते. आपल्याला माहित आहे, मर्क्युरीमुळे काच ओली होत नाही. त्यामुळे काचेपासून बनवलेली कॅपिलरी ट्यूब आपण जर मर्क्युरीमध्ये म्हणजे पाऱ्यामध्ये बुडवली, तर कॅपिलरी ट्यूब मधील पाऱ्याची पातळी ही खाली जाते. म्हणजे थोडक्यात आपल्याला असे म्हणता येईल, इफ capillary tube is dipped in a liquid, level of the liquid inside the capillary tube either rises up or falls down. म्हणजे कॅपिलरी ट्यूबचे एक टोक आपण द्रवामध्ये बुडवले, लिक्विड मध्ये बुडवले, तर लिक्विड लेवल एकतर वाढेल किंवा कॅपिलरी ट्यूब मधील लिक्विड लेवल एकतर फॉल होईल. This phenomenon is called capillary action or capillarity. हे वैशिष्ट्य, या वैशिष्ट्यालाच कॅपिलरी ऍक्शन किंवा कॅपिलॅरिटी असे म्हणतात. The phenomenon of rise of liquid, the phenomenon of rise or fall of liquid inside a capillary tube when it is dipped in the liquid is called capillary action or capillarity. What is capillary action or capillarity? When the phenomenon of rise or fall of liquid inside a capillary tube when it is dipped in a liquid is called कॅपिलरी ॲक्शन और कॅपिलॅरिटी. म्हणजे कॅपिलरी ट्यूब द्रवामध्ये बुडवून ठेवल्यानंतर एक तर लिक्विड लेवल राईज होईल कॅपिलरी ट्यूब मधील, किंवा कॅपिलरी ट्यूब मधील लिक्विड लेवल फॉल होईल. या वैशिष्ट्याला कॅपिलरी ॲक्शन किंवा कॅपिलॅरिटी असे म्हणतात. आता याचे काही एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ कॅपिलरी ॲक्शन और कॅपिलॅरिटी. ऑइल राइजेस अप द विक ऑफ ए लॅम्प. रॉकेलचा दिवा, त्या दिव्यामध्ये जे केरोसिन आहे, रॉकेल आहे, ते रॉकेल वातीमधून वरती वरती जाते. क्लॉथ रॅक सक्स वॉटर. पाणी पुसण्यासाठी जे कापड वापरले जाते ते कापड पाणी शोषून घेते. वॉटर रायजेस अप टू द क्रिव्हायसेस इन रॉक. खडकामध्ये ज्या भेगा असतात त्या भेगामधून पाणी वरती वरती जाते. सॅप अँड वॉटर राइज अप टू द टॉपमोस्ट लीव्स इन ए ट्री. झाडाच्या उंच पानापर्यंत मुळामधून शोषलेले अन्नद्रव्य आणि पाणी हे वरती वरती जाते. ब्लॉटिंग पेपर ॲब्सॉर्ब्स इंक. ब्लॉटिंग पेपर शाई शोषून घेतो. इन ऑल दिस एक्झाम्पल्स देर इज ए कॅपिलरी ॲक्शन और कॅपिलॅरिटी. कॅपिलरी ॲक्शन किंवा कॅपिलॅरिटी या कन्सेप्टनुसार ह्या सर्व ॲक्शन्स होत असतात. Now let's see reason behind this capillary fall. Consider a capillary tube dipped in a liquid which does not wet the surface of the capillary tube. In such cases, meniscus is convex. So this is the situation before fall of liquid in the capillary tube. Let A be a point above this convex liquid surface inside the capillary tube. B be a point below the convex liquid surface inside the capillary tube. C be a point above this plain liquid surface outside the capillary tube. And D be a point below the plain liquid surface outside the capillary tube. Let PA be the pressure at this point A. PB be the pressure at point B. PC be the pressure at point C. PD be the pressure at point D. We know that in case of curved liquid surfaces, pressure on concave side is greater than the pressure on convex side, and therefore this is the convex side. Pressure on convex side, that is the pressure at point B, is greater than the pressure at point A. Suppose this is equation 1. Now points A and point C, these 2 points, points A and C are at same level, and in case of such points pressure is the same. Therefore PA is equal to PC. Suppose this is equation 2. Now if the liquid surface is plain, then pressure at a point just above the liquid surface and pressure at a point just below the liquid surface is the same in case of plane surface, and therefore here these points C and D are just near the plane surface, and therefore we can write PC is equal to PD. Equation number 3. From equation 2 and 3, A is equal to PC and PC is equal to PD. From these two equations, we can write PA is equal to PD. Suppose this is equation number 4. Now from equation 1 and equation 4, from equation 1 and equation 4, we can write PB is greater than PA. This is equation 1. And PA is equal to PD, equation 4. So let's substitute value of PA in equation 1. Therefore, this PB is greater than PD. Pressure at point B is greater than pressure at point D. But points B and D are at the same level. Therefore, pressure should be same. And therefore, in order to maintain the same pressure, here this liquid like mercury rushes out. The liquid like mercury rushes out from the capillary tube, and therefore level of liquid, level of mercury inside the capillary tube falls down, or it drops. So this is the reason behind the capillary fall. Let's see reason behind the capillary rise. Suppose that capillary tube is dipped in a liquid which wets the solid partially or completely. For example, glass capillary tube is dipped in a water. In such case, this meniscus is concave. Here, point A and B are the points inside the capillary tube. This is a situation before rise of liquid. And before rise of liquid, here point A and B are the points, just points inside the capillary tube. Point A is above this concave liquid surface. Point B is below this concave liquid surface. Points C and D are outside the capillary tube, and point C is just above the liquid surface. Point D is just below the liquid surface. Here suppose that PA is the pressure at point A, PB pressure at point B, PC pressure at point C, and PD with the pressure at point D. But we know that in case of liquid surfaces, pressure on concave side is always greater than the pressure on convex side, and therefore pressure at this point, that is PA, is greater than pressure at this point. Now suppose this is equation 1. Now these points A and C are at the same horizontal level, and if points are at the same horizontal level, pressure is the same and it is equal to atmospheric pressure. Therefore, this pressure at point A, that is the PA, is equal to PC. Equation number 2. Now, in case of the plain liquid surface, pressure just above the liquid surface and just below the liquid surface is same, and therefore pressure at point C is equal to pressure at point D. Equation 3. Now from equation 2 and 3, we can write as PA is equal to PC and PC is equal to PD. We can write PA is equal to PD. This is equation 4. Let's substitute value of this PA from equation 4 into equation 1. Therefore, equation 1 is PA greater than PB, but PA is equal to PD. Therefore, this substitute value of PA is equal to PD in this equation. Therefore, PD is greater than PV. Equation number 5. Pressure at point D is equal to pressure at point B. Means these 2 points will differ in pressure. Pressure at this point will be more than this point. But points B and D are at the same horizontal level, and pressure at these 2 points should be the same. And therefore, and we also know that pressure flows from point at liquid flows from point at high pressure to point at low pressure. And therefore, to maintain the same pressure, liquid outside this capillary tube flows or rushes into the capillary tube, and therefore level of liquid inside the capillary tube rises up as like this. So this is the reason behind this capillary rise. Let's see expression for capillary rise or fall. There are 2 methods to find out the expression for capillary rise or fall. Method 1, using pressure difference. The pressure due to this liquid column H rho G must be equal to the pressure difference due to concavity, that is 2T upon R. Pressure due to liquid column H rho G must be equal to pressure difference 2T upon R due to the concavity. Here H is the height of the liquid column, rho is the density of the liquid, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. T is the surface tension of liquid, and R radius of curvature of this meniscus. Here R is the radius of capillary tube, and theta is the angle of contact. Now from this figure we can write cos theta. Cos theta is equal to small r divided by capital R, and therefore this capital R, that is the radius of curvature of this meniscus, capital R is equal to small r divided by cos theta. Suppose this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Let's substitute this value in this equation 1. Therefore, H rho G is equal to 2T cos theta divided by R. From this equation, we can write H is equal to 2T cos theta divided by 2T cos theta divided by here 2T cos theta divided by small r. So this H is equal to 2T cos theta divided by this R and this rho and G. So capillary rise or fall, H is equal to 2T cos theta divided by R rho G. So this is the formula for capillary rise or capillary fall. In case of the liquids which do not weigh the solid, this meniscus is convex, and therefore angle of contact theta is obtuse. As angle of theta is obtuse, cos theta is negative, and as cos theta is negative, this H is negative, and therefore there is depression or fall of the liquid. Let's see method 2, using forces. Here, rise in liquid is rise in liquid inside the capillary tube is against the gravity. Therefore, weight of the liquid column must be balanced by the proper component of force due to surface tension. Therefore, we can write weight of the liquid column must be equal to component of force due to surface tension. Now we know that surface tension T is equal to F divided by L. Surface tension T is the force per unit length, and therefore force is equal to surface tension into length. Therefore we can write in this case this force due to surface tension Ft is equal to T into L. Here total force due to surface tension acting on this circular meniscus is here Ft is equal to T into 2 pi r, because here L is equal to 2 pi r. Here this total length on which force due to surface tension acting is 2 pi r. Therefore Ft is equal to T into 2 pi r. So this is the force due to surface tension. It is tangential to this meniscus. This Ft can be resolved into two components. This vertical component Ft cos theta and this such horizontal component Ft sin theta. Similarly, this Ft can be resolved into two components. Vertical component Ft cos theta and horizontal component Ft sin theta. Such components cancel with each other, and such vertical components add with each other, and this vertical component of surface tension balance the weight of the liquid column, and therefore this vertical component of this force due to surface tension Ft is the Ft cos theta. Therefore this Ft is equal to T into 2 pi r and into cos theta. This is the vertical component of force due to surface tension. Now weight of the liquid column is equal to m into g, where m is the mass of the liquid column and g is the acceleration due to gravity. But here rho is equal to m divided by v. Density rho of the liquid is equal to mass divided by volume, and therefore m is equal to v into rho. Therefore m is equal to v into rho. Therefore this formula becomes v into rho into g. Now value of this liquid column v, that is equal to A into h. This is the height of the liquid column, and this area cross section A, and this is the height h, will be the volume. Here we will neglect this liquid in this meniscus area. Therefore this A into h. Therefore v into rho into g. Value of v is equal to A into h into rho into g. But this area of cross section, it is circular, and if r is the radius of this capillary tube, then this area A is equal to pi r square into h. Area A is equal to pi r square, and therefore weight becomes pi r square h. Area is the pi r square h rho g. Pi r square h rho g. So this is the weight of the liquid column. Equation number 2. From equation 1 and equation 2, here weight of this liquid column must be equal to component of the force due to surface tension. But value of this weight is equal to pi r square h rho g, and vertical component of the force due to surface tension FTP is T 2 pi r cos theta. Therefore, we can write this H is equal to, this pi cancels with this pi, here r square, and there is a r will cancel, and therefore H is equal to 2t cos theta divided by this r rho g. So this is the formula for capillary rise or capillary fall.